Hi guys, how's it going? Just want to give you some really quick tips on how to use a capo effectively, especially to play in different registers on the guitar. And this is really handy, especially if you have two acoustic guitar players. One guitarist can be playing down low in the open position chords, while the other guitarist can capo up higher and play different chord shapes in a different register that really complements the other guitar player and what they're doing. This also is helpful if you're playing in a band, say with a piano player or a keyboardist, and if they're playing down in a lower register, you might want to capo your guitar up higher and play in a higher register to kind of complement what they're doing, or vice versa. Also, if there's another electric guitarist, you're playing acoustic guitar, someone else is playing electric guitar, you might want to stay down low, they might want to play up high, so that you complement one another. So let me just give you some simple examples. I'll just use an example of a song, Good Good Father, and then show you what I would do if I had two acoustic guitars. Say I was playing one acoustic guitar, someone else was playing another acoustic guitar. This is what I would do. So one of you could play in the open position. We're going to do it in the key of G as an example. So the chords are C, G, A minor 7, and D. So C add 9, G, A minor 7, and D, or you can slide up. Alright, I've done another tutorial on that. And A minor 7, I often keep the pinky on there. I just like it that way. Okay, so that's what one guitarist could play. Now, if you're the second guitarist, let me give you a couple of options of what you could do. I would probably go up to the 5th fret, capo on the 5th fret here, and play as if I was playing in the key of D, play D chord shapes. Okay, so this is actually a G note, so you really have to get to know your fretboard well and get to know the notes and the root notes and the bass notes and everything. But this is actually a G note here, and that's where we get, the root note for the D chord is on the 4th string here. So that is actually a G right there, even though we're playing a D chord. So you can play these shapes in the key of D, G, D, E minor, and A suspended or A. Now, one little thing to check with the capo is capos are notorious for pinching the strings and putting your guitar out of tune. So what I normally do, if you have time in between songs and that kind of thing, if you have a tuner, I would just really quickly check the tuning on the guitar, and if you have a chromatic tuner, it will help you a lot. So it will just show you the notes even though you're not in open tuning, and yeah, it's put all of them sharp, which normally is what happens with a capo. So some really simple little tips that you can use. I've seen Tommy Emmanuel say that he just pushes the strings down like this just to release the tension. What happens is the capo kind of pinches the strings a little bit, and you've got to get that slack out of the string. So he does that, and sometimes that helps. Or if there's still a problem, I just pull the strings up quickly like that, away from the guitar, just to loosen any tension that's down here, and sometimes that helps as well. Let me see. here. So that's a little bit better than what it was before. Alright, still a tiny bit sharp. This guitar is quite old, so I think the intonation is actually out on this guitar. So that's a little tip. Another little tip with the capo that I've discovered, you can experiment yourself, is I put it just before the fret. Never on top of the fret, because you'll mute the strings, but just before the fret. If you put it, what I've discovered is if you put it in the middle or back here, again, it pinches the strings even more, it pulls them down even more, and then you can go really sharp. So yeah, that is crazy sharp now. At least some of the notes go really sharp. So those notes are even sharper than if I put the capo right next to the fret there. And again, you probably have to just, you know, just give them a little flick like that. Okay, it's not perfect, but you know, that's about the best you can do on the fly. Okay, so Good Father. Now we're in the key of D. Well, we're technically in the key of G, but we're playing D chord shape. So I recorded this before. Now this guitar is playing down low, these open positions in the key of G, and I'm going to play up high. So can you see how that really, you know, blends really nicely with that other guitar? One's playing low, one's playing high. So I play G, D, E minor, and A, or A sus. Okay, so that's one thing you can do. One more thing you could do is take the capo up 2 frets up to the 7th fret now. Okay, and we're going to play as if we were in the key of C. So we're going to play C chord shapes. So like this. So F, C, D minor 7, and G. Okay? So let me just show you what that is. I would play F, or F add 9. I often put the pinky on the top there. C. Again, often I leave the pinky on, that's just my preference. D minor 7, and G, or G suspended. Okay, so F, D minor 7, G sus D, G sus G. Okay, so there's just some ideas of how you might use a capo to play in different register, and especially if you have 2 acoustic guitars. I hope you can see how the playing in different registers really, you know, blends well together. and creates a much more interesting sound, rather than if you both played down exactly the same chords. It might just get a bit messy and clash. So there we go. I hope that gives you some ideas and some simple tips on how to use a capo effectively, and I might do another video next time on how to actually transpose into those different keys. So hope that helps. God bless. See you next time.